guys feeling ahead of this? The occasions will become much bigger.
Yeah, I think they're enjoying being in France, enjoying being part of the World Cup. It felt like a World Cup when we arrived at a hotel in Aix-en-Provence, not far from here. And I'm sure it'll feel like the World Cup when they get out and run at the stadium they're going to play on Sunday.
The team you've named, what is it about this 15, this 23 that you think can spring an upset on Sunday?
Well, it's been the team that has played in the main. The majority of players have played together now all year, all 2023. Some players, a couple of players missed the Six Nations, and Rory Darge and Darcy Graham, who are back fit, who played in the warm-up games with us. And it's a team that deserves to go out there. They've earned the right to start in such an important fixture because of the way they've played and the way they've trained. We've built a lot of cohesion over the last 2 or 3 months by training with certain combinations week after week, and we've seen those benefits of doing that, the transfer in the warm-up games, and now it's about delivering our most complete game that we've done this year.
Greg, I imagine that they're all raring to go. I imagine they're all raring to go. Is it difficult to try and keep them kind of on an even keel, or they don't kind of overheat in the expectation of this match too early?
Well, they'll probably overheat, but for different reasons. Yeah, that's a job of us as coaches, of the senior players that have been there before, to be calm, to calm others. But there is an expectation that it's going to be a very emotional and exciting build-up. We'll see it tonight, watching the opening ceremony and then a cracking game to start off the tournament. And I'm sure that the players will feel that sense of adrenaline, nerves, excitement. Narrow your focus, but also give you that extra energy that you need.
You're the underdogs on Sunday. I think everyone really enjoys watching the Scotland team, but you are underdogs. Do you play on that internally? Has there been any mention of the fact that not a lot of people outside the Scotland camp probably think you're going to win this game?
Not yet. It was something we did mention when we played France away. Like, we had nothing to lose in that game. We're playing the favourites for the World Cup in their own stadium. In front of their own supporters. So let's go out there and play like there's nothing to lose. And for a lot of that game, we did that, and we almost came away with a win. So that mindset is a good one to have, but we also need the mindset that we believe we can win, and if we're ahead in the game, we need to put the foot down and keep playing and keep doing the things that got us ahead. So you just got to balance that underdog spirit with the mindset that you're here to win.
Gregor, it wasn't so long ago we used to talk about 6-2 splits on the bench being a bit of a gamble. Now maybe you might look at a 5-3 split that way. Can you talk through your thinking on that, why you went for 5-3 in the end?
Yeah, a couple of reasons. We debated 6-2. We didn't debate 7-1, but we did debate 6-2. We've had 6-2 a couple of times this year. It was of benefit in Paris when we had a red card to Grant Gilchrist in the first 10 minutes. And we know with the flexibility of someone like Blair Kinghorn in our squad that we can go to 6-2. We felt for 2 reasons. One, that we want to bring on players that can make an impact and can help us win, players that can cover specific positions. And you are compromised if you go 6-2 and sit in the back line. So we didn't want that situation. And also we've got to be cognizant that Darcy Graham's just came back from an niggle, so's Blair Kinghorn. So you never know if players will end up getting injured, but we've had 2 players that have just came back into training this week, so we've got to make sure we cover that eventuality if it did happen.
How big concern or otherwise is Xander's recent lack of game time?
No, he's fresh, so he's trained really hard, and we scrummed a lot. I don't believe that it affects props as much as maybe backline positions where getting touches in the ball, making defensive decisions in difficult positions. You need the match practice for that. Like Xander is very fit. His work is going to be in the set piece. It's going to be close quarters. And I see it as a bonus that he's been able to do more fitness work. We had our best scrummaging session of the campaign on Wednesday, and that was great. We've spent a lot of time on our scrum. Xander's obviously been a key part of it, but with the loose heads we've got in our squad, competing hard against him, and the competition we have at tight head, he's had a lot of match fitness in terms of what he'll be doing at the weekend.
You haven't beaten the Springboks as the Scotland head coach. Scotland haven't won against a tier 1 nation in the World Cup. Is this another glass ceiling to be broken through?
I was going to say, is this another glass half empty question? Yeah, it's obviously it's an opportunity for us. That's the way we look at it. There's big games in the World Cup. You have to play your best to beat the best teams, but we see it as an opportunity.
Gregor, what would success look like for Scotland at this tournament?
Success, like delivering what we would believe we're capable of, and doing that for longer periods. But when you talk in those terms, you probably interpret, oh, that's attack. No, it's not. It's defence. It's managing when times go against you. It's set piece. It's leadership. It's all those things. And we've shown enough. We've got enough evidence over the past 12 months that we're able to do that. We will be tested, no doubt. There'll be times where South Africa have dominance, South Africa have points on the board. There'll be times when we aren't able to execute things as well as we like. And that's not because it's the first game of the World Cup, it's because of the opposition and what they bring with their pressure. But we've got to find a way to win. And that's what this World Cup is about, finding a way to win. So success is obviously winning.
Yeah, you said there that success is the players doing what they're capable of. What do you think this group is capable of?
Yeah, winning. So winning at the weekend, we have belief in them, and it's a great opportunity for them to go out and do that.
We've seen Scotland's capacity to score lots of points in kind of short space of time. We've also seen recently Scotland conceding points and giving yourself a mountain to climb in some games. If you go 15 points behind against the Springbok team, do you think there's any way back?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Next question.
What's that? No, not at all. But we don't want to be 21 points behind against France. But this team have shown that they're capable of coming back with, whether it's in Paris, whether it's at Murrayfield, a man down, or whether it's a Saint Etienne with the crowd and momentum against us. It would be nice to be 15 points ahead, but we've got to deal with whatever situation presents at any time in the game.
Gregor, can I just ask about you, Ashton, the injury? What's the injury and how's it looking?
Yeah, we picked up 2 injuries at training. So Ewan and George Horn both got injured. They both had concussions, so they'll be ruled out obviously for this weekend. We don't play next week, so it will be 12-day turnaround minimum, and we hope that they recover fully in time to be available for our training week ahead of Tonga.
Gregor, will Stuart McInally stick around for that period?
We'll see. It's obviously important that Stuart came into the country just in case we have another injury to a hooker today, or as we get closer to the game. It's obviously a specialised position, the front row, that we must have cover, or we wouldn't be able to put out 14 players. We'd have to go on uncontested scrums. So it's great that he's here. There are certain rules and regulations that he has to abide by. He can't train with the team, and he's here as a precaution. We will obviously hope that Dave and George get through today's training and at the weekend. and also that Ewan makes a full and quick recovery, and we don't need to make any changes to our squad.
Last few questions, please.
Gregor, it's a big day, in particular for Scotland and South African foreign players. Do they need to perhaps keep control their emotions a bit more tomorrow?
Tomorrow or Sunday?
Sunday.
No, they're professional. They'll be looking forward to the game like any other of our team. It's the first game of the World Cup. Whether it's third World Cup for someone like VP Nel or first World Cup for Duan van der Merwe, they'll be looking forward to playing their best game. They're very much part of us and our team, and they want to do the best for themselves but also their teammates.
You've got a lot of players in the squad that seem to be on a real upward curve and a really good vein of form at the moment, being spoken of as among the best in the world in their positions. How big an opportunity is this for them as a team and individually to showcase what they can do on the biggest stage of all?
Yeah, it's the biggest opportunity you'll get. World Cup game, playing the world champions, and we believe we've been building to our best performance, and I know that's a continual journey, and we'll see it again as we go to the Tonga game, but really this is where it will count for our players to deliver what they have been delivering in training and what they've been delivering in other games we've played this year. We've every faith and belief that they'll be able to do that.
The Lions tour a couple of years ago, Finn came into the series in the final test against the Springboks and really made an impression with his style and really asked some big questions of the Springboks. Is that something you've looked at in reference with him?
No, we obviously played South Africa since then, and in South Africa I've played a number of games since then. I think Finn obviously just played in one of the tests off the bench, played very well. A lot of that was due to not only his skill execution and his vision, but also the quick ball that was produced. And we know that our effectiveness in attack is not down to the individuals we have in the back line, but it's down to the contact area, the speed of ball, the variety in our attack. So we ask questions of this defence in more than one or two ways, which then will allow someone like Finn to make easier decisions or see things that much quicker because the ball is coming fast and we have multiple threats. But no, the last sort of 6 months or 6 weeks even are more relevant to what South Africa are doing than 2 years ago.
Great, thank you. Thanks, guys.